Hey guys, it's Psychosis here again, and as you can see, it's another CD collection update. And as you can see, it's a little bit more than a little bit more CDs than how these usually are. I think there's about 7 CDs I'm gonna go over. And yeah, it's been a minute, but here's an update to my CD collection. I don't know what to say there, but yeah, let's just get started. So yeah, starting off obviously is Killswitch Engage's album Incarnate. I think, yeah, this is their second most recent album. A kind of pretty artwork on the album. But, yeah, really kind of cool artwork, kind of. Yeah, not really my favorite Killswitch album. I put this more near the bottom, kind of in the middle in terms of rank, if I were to rank their albums. But I'm still really excited to own this album. It's still like really good modern metalcore, melodic metalcore. And yeah, just really good. I liked a lot of these songs. Strength of the Mind is a little overrated only because everyone plays it a lot. But yeah, otherwise I really like this album songs. Not like I said, it's not my favorite Killswitch album. It's more in the middle, like I said. And yeah, I just absolutely love this band. This is like my favorite band of all time. And getting this album is cool because that means now I have every single Killswitch album on CD. So I'm really excited about that. Really excited. I have all the albums of my favorite band on CD, which is nice. But yeah, first album is Killswitch Engage's Incarnate. I'd recommend it if you're looking for a modern melodic metalcore album. But keep in mind, like I said, it's not as great as, it's not their best. It's not their worst either. It's more in the middle. And yeah, Killswitch Engage's Incarnate is not the first album. And then obviously second one next up is, I think, yeah, is the only death metal album on this list, I think, yeah, which is Vervum's Illuminance. As you can see, it's just kind of a digipack. Kind of pretty though. Pretty cover though, a little tree stuff. Yeah, I really like, but yeah, I'll just say it right now. I absolutely love this album though, in terms of tech death. Like, this is a very, very good technical death metal album. It might not be everyone's cup of tea though. Like in terms of like production and tone, it does have like a more modern, like genty kind of tone and feel because of that. But it's still really good though. Like the riffs are absolutely bonkers and fast, like what you expect to see in tech death. But what really makes them stand out though, this band, is their use of atmosphere. They're more atmospheric than most bands. They play a lot of like atmospheric passages in their songs. It's pretty nice. Only thing that sucks is, as far as I'm aware of, this is like the only album of theirs that they've made. And I've been patiently waiting for the second one, which is supposed to come out this year maybe. I don't know, but yeah, it'd be nice if it would come out because I really love this album. And yeah, I'd highly recommend it. But yeah, next second CD I got is Vervum's Illuminance. It's a very good tech death album if you're looking for that, or an album that has more atmospheric bits. This is one I'd recommend. And obviously, next up is a classic, but Dio's Holy Diver. This was a birthday present for my grandma, and I'm glad she got me this album because I really like this album. Obviously, everyone knows this album. It's Holy Diver. This absolutely classic album. I mean, not really as big into the heavy metal as I am other subgenres of metal, but this album is one that I really like. You could say in kind of an exception. Dio's voice is so good. Riffs are really good. The bass is nice. I really like the bass on this album. You can really, one of those albums where you can actually hear the bass. And it sounds really good. I really like it. Yeah. So Dio's Holy Diver. You know, see, there's kind of the songs Holy Diver, Rainbow in the Dark, for example. Those are kind of like the highlights, ones everyone remembers. But these other songs are really good too. And yeah, Dio's Holy Diver. I think it's their debut Dio album, and it's like everyone's favorite. But yeah, that's the third CD I have, and it's a really awesome album. Like I said, it's kind of an exception for heavy metal because as a subgenre of metal, I'm not really big onto heavy metal much. But if you're into it, that's all cool. But this album is just an exception because it's just super good, absolute classic in metal, like a must listen. And yeah, Dio's Holy Diver. Next up, I'm excited about this one, but Awaken the Dreamers by All Shall Perish. Now, I'm excited about this album because I really like this band. This band was like one of the first couple bands I got in, or one of the earlier bands I got into when I started getting into metal. And I've always really liked this album. I heard the last Songs for the Damned on Pandora a long time ago, and I've always been really into that song and all these other songs too. And yeah, like Black Gold Rain, trying to think. Gagged, Bound, Shoulder, Forgotten. Yeah, just the name, the title track, Never Again. Basically, pick a song on this album. It's really good. Really melodic. Pretty technical at times too, compared to most bands. And very standout sound as well. Like, they had a sound going that was really nice that they started in their first album, Price of Existence, and they continue with this one and the one after it. Yeah, I really like this album. And as you can see, it's a fun one because it comes with a bonus DVD. Yeah, I don't have a lot of albums that have bonus DVDs, but yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm glad this is my second favorite All Shall Perish album. Like I said, very technical, really melodic. Band that really got me into metal and melodic metal, deathcore, all that. Yeah, I'm really excited to own it because I've really wanted this album for years. And I finally just sat down and got it, so I'm really excited. Yeah, All Shall Perish has Awakened the Dreamers. And yeah, and that's another thing too. Eddie Hermida, the vocalist, as crappy of a person as he is, he was one of the inspirations for metal vocals for me. And a lot of All Shall Perish songs are some of the songs I practice along with for fun. But anyways, that little sidebar all the way. All Shall Perish, Awake of the Dreamers. Very good album. Definitely check it out if you've never heard it. You may or may not like it, but if you do, that's pretty cool. Because it is a nice, cool album. Whoop. Yeah, see, it's sunny outside. But yeah, All Shall Perish is Awake of the Dreamers. And next up is an album I absolutely love. I don't know why, but I absolutely love this album. It's Lowe's The Cold Sun. Now, I actually can't count how many times I've listened to this album from start to finish. But I do know for a fact that I think that there was a day where I listened to this album at least 6 times in one day. Yeah, really nice album, in my opinion. And I think when I first got this CD, I listened to it twice the day I got it. Or twice in like a 1 day span. I just really like this album. Yeah, it's modern metalcore, but this band is like takes it really cool. They play they play with baritone guitars, which is something you don't see a lot of metalcore. They tune all the way up to standard E tuning because baritone guitars are normally tuned really lower. And yeah, and they sound heavy, really heavy metalcore, but they put ambience and stuff in their music and it just works. It sounds really good. And this album is a shorter album. I think it's only like 34 minutes long. And it just really cruises through when you listen to it. Yeah, these songs I really like. I think the seventh one, Stigmata, is my favorite song by them in general. Not in terms of just not just this album, but by the band in general. It's just a really good song. It's Yours is really good. East of Eden, just to name a few examples. And then it's really cool is the last song, Babylon. they end the song on the exact note that the album begins. So you basically could just listen to the album as a loop. And that's kind of what it is. It's like a concept album. Really, really goofy, but interesting concept album in terms of like lyrics and themes. And yeah, I just love this album. I could go on about it. I don't know why I love it so much, but I just absolutely love it. I heard it for the first time and I've just been hooked ever since. And yeah, Lowe's the Cold Sun. Awesome metalcore album. And next up is kind of like a self-help album, but Hatebreed's The Weight of the False Self. Now, this is my first Hatebreed album, which is kind of cool because I like this band. They have really motivational lyrics for me. I like listening and reading their lyrics and just getting pumped up about it. Reading them and listening to their music. It just really pumps you up. Kind of moshy kind of music. Gets you bobbing around, in my opinion. To each their own, but really like this band. I think this is their newest album. I think this is released in 2020 or 2021. But yeah, really good. Title track is absolutely awesome. Yep. Yeah. Title track, Weight of the False Self, Cling to Life. So these lyrics are just, song titles are just like really about it, like Let Them All Rot, Instinctive, From Gold to Gray, Invoking Dominance, The Hurdle Scatter. Just really cool song titles and just really cool music that's kind of like a bridge between actual hardcore music and metalcore music. It kind of is like along those lines. But yeah, very good album. I really like this band, like I've said. Just absolutely awesome. And yeah, Hatebreed's Way to the False Self. If you like Hatebreed or never heard Hatebreed before, I'd listen to this album. Not their best, I'll mention, but still a really awesome album. And finally, the last one, I kind of bought this one on a whim, but I do like it, is Soilwork's Stabbing the Drama. Now, I've never really listened to this band very much, which is ironic considering this band has inspired a lot of bands I absolutely love in terms of their music and sound. Because this band is like a really melodic, clean kind of sound. In terms of melodic death metal, kind of. Yeah, see, it's all kind of red, the case. And yeah. Yeah, Nerve, for example, is kind of like the single on the album, but that song is like classic in people's eyes. I love it. And there was actually a melodic death metal band that covered that song. I listened to that band's cover all the time in high school. Yeah. Pretty red kind of cover. I don't know why, I kind of just got on a whim, but I like this album. Not really my favorite either. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. That makes it sound worse than it is. It's a good album. Like I said, I just got it just because I was trying to utilize a discount. And yeah, I own it. It's very nice. Definitely a more kind of commercial, mainstream feeling album in terms of sound, which is kind of what Soilwork has going for them. But if you want some really clean melodic metal, melodef, whatever you want to call it, this is a great album to listen to. And yeah, I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So that's my CD collection update. 7 albums. Kind of wanted it to be 8, but whatever. 8 albums, whatever. But yeah, that's my CD collection update. I hope you all enjoy this album. Maybe found something new or something. Probably not. A lot of the stuff I buy and listen to is more mainstream kind of than underground music. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. And yeah, if you guys have any criticisms or ideas for albums to review or just anything in general, just leave it in the comments. Anything goes. I like seeing comments, good or bad. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this CD collection update and have a good day. Goodbye.